Bring back those fun, fun times we used to have. Bring back those fun, fun times we used to have. Bring back those fun, fun times we used to have. Bring back those fun times we used to have. Bring back those fun times we used to have. Bring back those fun times we used to have. Yeah, just released with Andre Wade once again. Yes, just come to reminisce about some things. Yeah, giving all praises to God and praying peace upon y'all families today as we start another day with Andre Wade. We just released now. I told y'all ain't no telling what might be on my heart and what I might be feeling, right? So I had that hum, that hum that I be created as my theme song, right? For today, right? For this time, them fun times that we used to have, because even though we done been through some things, right? Now hear me out, right? Even though we done been through some things, we done had them times where, we were struggling or going through a institutional fate or things in that nature, right? Because you could be going through so much. It don't just have to be, something that's taking place inside of a prison. Because I told you, it's people out here in society right now, and it's been going on for many years. That's living an institutional life out here, but it's called program, right? And that, that's on that stage, right? And so that's today's show is so much based on that the times that we can think of that we just having fun. We like to bring them back, right? If you just go on now, if it just go on right now, and what took place at that time, right? Even because even though you was going through them trials and you was going through them tribulations, uh, in either way, but you was growing, right? And at the same time, you was having fun, right? Bring back those fun times we used to have. Bring back those fun times we used to have. Bring back those fun times we used to have. And so with that just saying, hey, I pray that peace is on those who you love that's incarcerated at this time, right? But they're going through some things, right? And I'm always talking about that visitations, right? And if you've been visiting your loved ones for many years, because I knew some dudes, right, that was locked up with me. And some of these dudes had been locked up since the 70s. And we talking about it was the 2000s. All right. The 90s. And so them guys had done still been locked up. Some of them guys with them one numbers, them zero numbers that I was incarcerated with, right? And even though we was going through something at that time, we were still having some fun times at that time. Not so much to bring up as if I wanted to relive that fun time. But it was just a time that, I can remember when what I was going through physically, I was still having fun at some times, even in that stage. And so, and I knew a family of guys. I think they was out of West Texas somewhere, and it was a lot of brothers, and they was all had been locked up, and they all had been locked up for many years. Yeah, many years. But and what was just thinking about this situation, this thing that I was going through at this time, right? Was I had opportunity to meet every one of them brothers on a different facility. And when I seen them brothers, and they had all the same, and then they had their Garrett name. They had their last name was Garrett. They were some Garrett boys. And I had opportunity to do time with all of them, right? And that's not just, thinking and bringing this day of a fun day, of a fun, something a fun time that we like to remember, right? Or bring back. I'm just talking about some good days. I remember this, right? In the early after, it was like about 83. It was about 83. And we talking about, I was, doing my thing, looking good, real looking good. Yeah, young. But I had opportunity, to go to a Prince concert, and I think it was at the Summit in 1983, and it was Prince, Time, and Valiant Six right there. So yeah, and that was a bad concert, and that was a fun time. That was a fun time of my life, right? And even though I still hadn't even seen what I was about to go through, I didn't see that, but it's all right, cause guess what? Bring back those fun times we used to have. Bring back those fun times we used to have. Bring back those fun times we used to have. And check this out. Check this out. This stuff is going on a daily basis in people's life. And this going on in everybody's life, outside in society, people, is thinking in this same mindset. Because guess what? Had been going through something seriously, right? They was going through something, right? But at the time, they still can remember the fun thing that went on at that same time when they was going through something that was, taking them through a struggle. And I already told you that there's so much that hindered us. And sometimes when it hinders us in that nature, it can prolong our growth in that department of our life. But we still can think about some fun times, even though we was going through some bad situations, huh? But we still can bring, and not just so much of bringing it back on it was that, because, when you get older, you're going through some things. And when we learn that we still have to go through some more things. But it's all right. It's all right, because guess what? Because see, I told you that's when you become mindful and knowledge and being able to grow to a department of becoming wisdom with this here, right? And anything that's been hindering you, but you are so much can think about a fun time that you would like to bring back. If it just could be, over again. Bring back those fun times we used to have. Bring back those fun times we used to have. Bring back those fun times we used to have. Bring back those fun times we used to have. And see, I told you, when you tell somebody about this just release, you tell somebody and you tell them, hey, when you go to this just release and this Andre Way, you tell them to subscribe and hit those like buttons. Hit them like buttons because when we talk about prison shows, we're talking about prison shows and which my show was based on. And it's some viewers and it's some subscribers that started off with me from the first day, and they still with me right now. So much to be thankful for. It just, because you still have people out there that's looking upon this just release, and they see so much in it, right? That they continue, and people tell me, them YouTube viewers, they something else. I ain't just talking about no YouTube viewers. I'm talking about them just released viewers, them just released subscribers. Yeah, that's been there, and and there's so much that's yet to come. That's what's so much yet to come. It's so much to steady bring. Bring those fun times we used to have. Bring back those fun times we used to have. Bring back those fun times we used to have. And I told you, not so much of just seeing it in an institutional manner, but we also can see it in an outside manner, meaning, out here in society where people become programmed. And so much alike of those who are doing time that become institutionalized to a degree. But it's so much to be thankful for. There's so much to be thankful for. Because guess what? Bring back those fun times we used to have. Bring back those fun times we used to have. Bring back those fun times we used to have. This is Just Release with Andre Wade. Tell somebody. And tell them, don't forget to push that like button. Don't forget to push that like button. And I'll be back with something else. Bring back those fun times we used to have.